Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail Hail to all, this is Bear at Bear Nerd Fun. Well, Gary just made a video about the interview with the BBC, and I noticed Comic Books has made a video about it. So in preparation for the fourth wave tomorrow, I figure I'd make a quick video about this because we're going to talk about this a little bit tomorrow. Director J.J. Abrams went into production Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker knowing it would be divisive and controversial no matter what choices were made during the making of episodic saga's final chapter. Yeah, no Skywalker in it, but a minute or two, if that. Abrams, who previously defended Star Wars enthusiasts when he said fans of the franchise shouldn't be looked at as an adversary, admits he wasn't worried about fan reaction to what's been touted as the conclusion to the Skywalker saga. You mean the Rey saga, because there is no Skywalkers in this movie of significance. So, because he expected a mix of opinions and equally valid to swirl around. Oh, our opinions are valid. Interesting. Around the Rise of Skywalker, and you can't please everyone. Everything Abrams told BBC Radio 5 when asked to identify the part of Skywalker he lost the most sleep over, the logistics of shooting the set pieces, because the scope of the picture is pretty huge, so how we were going to do any of it was enormous. It's enormous, folks. Enormous. Can you believe that? Oh my God, it's enormous. Back to the article. Obviously, the narrative of the film, what we were saying, what we were gonna do, just because no matter what we did, we knew it was gonna be divisive and controversial. Yeah, no Star Wars. You shit on the OG characters, you either killed them off, or you made them to do with some kind of man-hate agenda, propaganda BS. Yeah, that's it, right there. Asked if he was worried about Skywalker proving divisive, Abrams answered, one moment. What Skywalker? There was no Skywalker in there. Rey's not a Skywalker. She's a flippin' Palpatine. I was worried about it. We knew at the very beginning it was, before we ever started it, that it was a given that no matter what choice we made, it was gonna upset some fans, and there would be factions. When host Simon Mayo cited the Fandom Menace, Abrams noted it's not necessarily even one group. Anyone. Oh, now you're trying to deflect. Now you're trying to say we're not a large group. Well, okay. We are a collective. A loose collective of like-mindedness. Folks who love Star Wars. Who loves the pop culture. Who loves nerddom. We love these things. We love our stories. You people in Hollywood at the top don't get that. You think wokeness sells stuff. It doesn't. It just makes it go broke. So, welcome to the brokenness. But how would you do that? Be approached. Yeah, they mentioned us. They sure did. Not that I would want to be the case. It shouldn't be the approach. But how would you do that? What is the way to please everyone? Treat Luke Skywalker with respect. Give us the story that we wanted. That would have been one way. Instead, you shat all over the OG characters. You made a big old mess upon them, turned their stories into nothingness, and called us white, chauvinist, alt-right man babies. Your people in Disney called us, we were afraid of female stories. Well, we are not. We are about the story. We don't care about whether it's a woman, a man. We care about continuity. We care about the characters that are obviously a male character and a character that is a female character. We don't care about their orientation. That's not part of the story. That's propaganda BS. Anyone that loves a good story, like let's say, oh, Mercedes Lackey, she could write a really good story. She could write very good stories. And she did not make them about their gender and who they loved. That wasn't about the story. The story's sake was the story's sake. That's what she did. She could write LGBTQ characters fine. And it was their persuasion wasn't a part of the story. You see, Hollywood, you don't get it. You're shooting yourself in the foot over and over again, and you're calling it steak and potato dinner. Well, it's not. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. It's not a steak and potato dinner with veggies, a side of veggies. It's not. You're just shooting yourself over and over again, thinking that, oh, this is great, let's do it again, and the fans will love it. No, the fans don't love it. The fans hate it. The fans hate the Rise of Skywalker. And you know what? Those normies in the theater that clapped on those inappropriate moments, let me tell you a little something. Not one person in that theater that was an actual nerd freaking clapped. The people to the right of me, the woman sitting next to my wife, not once did they clap. And guess what? When the titles ran, when the end credits started, we got up and we left. The normies were the ones still sitting there watching the end credits. That's right. Not all that would want to be. Let's get back to the story here. Someone just asked me, did you go about trying to please everyone? And I said, blah, 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 blah. That's what he said. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, that's what he said. Bunch of noise came out his mouth. Not that I would want that to be the case and shouldn't be the approach, but how would you do that? What is the way you please everyone? There is no fan that represents all the fans, he said. The Fandom Menace, hello. You already mentioned us by name once, so you know we're renting space inside your head for free. Thanks for the sponsorship, JJ Jar Jar Abrams. Thank you. We appreciate that. There is no fan that represents the fans, he said. Yeah, sure. Everyone has their own opinion, and whether or not you're part of a group or not, everyone is right. Everyone has their opinion. Abrams is referencing a Skywalker showing in a panel during which the filmmaker addressed negative reviews to the film, where he said praise of critics surrounding Skywalker are both correct. Do I wish? This is far beyond the Star Wars issue. That opinion didn't immediately go to outrage, didn't immediately go to attacking and cruelty. I think sort of MO of the moment seems to be that people go to these crazy, hyperbolic, and often cruel states defending their politics. Oh, excuse me? Who's defending politics? Seems like JJ, you are. Seems like Disney, you are. You're putting that gender politics in there. We didn't ask you. We didn't do that. We weren't the people behind the driver's seat of making the movie. So you did that. You mentioned that. You put the hyperbole out there. You put the disunity out there. You did that. That is on you. 100% on you. We didn't want any real world politics in our mythoses, and we didn't want that. Well, the cruel states defending their politics. Blah, blah, blah. Their nationality, their race, their sexual preference, the films they love. Well, let me tell you a little something here, buddy. I'm a half-breed. I'm part white, I'm part native, and got some Spanish, got a little bit of French. I even got a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of Jewish blood. So there. Oh, there's a bunch of us others in the Fandom Menace who aren't white either. We have all kinds in the group. We are a collective. We are all races. And we don't like your politics in our movie. You really need to get that to your points of view. We don't like your politics. We don't want it in our stories. Plain and simple. There's a circle on the wall that says bang head there if you like to be happy. We don't see that as the language. You do, obviously. It's like you're not making a statement if you're not doing it in a vitriolic way. Well, we're not being vitriolic. Yeah, good word. Do you know what it means? You might want to look it up there. We are not vitriolic. We are not toxic, as you claim us to be. Abrams said Star Wars is part of all of that, but approached the story, hopefully from the inside out, hoping that it would affect people and knowing that some people would love it and some wouldn't. All right, a 58% critic score. Last I checked, it was 55% actually. So, what do you folks think? I recommend you come down here and you see this little thing right here, press the play button and listen. Take a listen. Or better yet, go back up here and see the BBC Radio 5. I believe that to be a hyperlink. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffer. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Go.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.